What's up, y'all? And I'm live. Yeah, got a few peppers with me. Now, give me 1 second here. Go ahead. This is one of the pods I have with me right now. Now, this is a BT strain. I posted some pics of it in the community section. So if you guys want to know what this one is, or get a look at more of these ones, there's some pictures in the community section. Yeah. So. Yeah, just give me a second. Just getting situated, y'all. That's all. Like I said, this is a pod that I posted pictures of in the community section. Over it. Now, here goes. This is general size. A number of them, if you can see in the community section, a lot of them have, majority of them have more pointier tops. And then, yeah. I like smelling these peppers and whatnot. They have a general overall smell about them. Now, I'll go ahead and open this one up, but let you know what I think. I had a pot of it the other day. It wasn't really hot to me, but it just has a nice amount of spice to it and a good sweetness. All right, see if I can get this going. Now, if y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. All right. This one's got a nice overall aroma to it. A pretty fair amount of placental tissue in here. I wasn't expecting that. But, yeah. Does smell sweet. Does smell sweet and a little bit of fruity in it. Not bad. Got fumbled on my words a little bit. Yeah, Benny, if you want to see more of what the pods look like, check out the community section in my on my channel. I just posted about a good 5 pics or something there. I was going to post more, but that's about how many they allowed me to post on that single post. Yeah, this is one of the ones I got going on in my garden, of mine. But yeah, this particular plant isn't a very large plant. I mean, it's a nice size, nice bushiness to it, but in general, um, it's not um, as large as what some of my other plants can get. Um, I'm getting seeds out of this one because I'm intending on saving seeds from it, as I will with a few other pods from that plant. Um, now, as of right now, um, I'm debating on whether or not to do a seed giveaway for this one. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about it. Um, uh, but yeah, I didn't get all the seeds out of it, but yeah. So this one does, like I said, smell sweet and a bit fruity. All right. Go ahead and I got this pot off the plant earlier today. Hmm. Oh, that is pretty sweet, or there is the sweetness, fruitiness in there. Um, now, for that one, that's the only one I picked off the plant today. Um, I believe there may be a couple other pods on it that are new. I just wanted to have give them another day or so to be sure they're really ripe. But as you can see in that strain or in those pictures, uh, a lot of pods, majority of the pods are kind of pointing upwards. They got a nice they got a nice size to them. These ones they do have a spice to them, but um, for somebody that's really into the pepper or chili world, it's not going to be something that's going to get put a person out, put a person off. Um, for somebody that doesn't eat spicy very much, this will have a kick. Uh, I I can sense the spice in there, but from the spiciness is not for me on a level where it's going to be um, having me feeling out of pocket or any other, any particular way. Um, I mean, in a particular way, like saying like it just feels like it's just radiating burn and all that. Um, I will say for those, should have blown my nose before I started this, but yeah. So with let me get my words right. Basically, with this one, the heat's not going to be overwhelming. So yeah, I would recommend this one to any of those growers that want some. They like pods that kind of stand upward more, and if you can see from by those by the pictures in the post, you get a really light color, and then transition to the red. Now I haven't with this plant. I didn't see them do a slow transition, but it was seemed to be a pretty quick transition from the that color to the red. Um, but I can feel a little bit of the spiciness on my lips. But for this, I I would say this one's probably in around near the maybe the 20K, maybe plus. It could give or take more depending. This is the first pot off it though, so there could be a chance it'd be more than this. Um, uh, could even be around 30K, but it just really depends. Let's see. Now, a number of these ones, I am possibly. I'll give a few more pods off this plant, and I'll decide whether or not I might want to do a giveaway on this one. I think I will, but don't exactly quote me just yet on it. I just want to be sure about it. Um, I'll let the seeds dry out for this, and then when I get see more seeds from some of the pods, then I'll go from there. I just got to decide how I want to go about that. Yeah, and then I got a couple other pods here with me. But yeah, this one is definitely a nice one. I would suggest anybody that wants something a nice pepper that can be crunched on or eaten up with. I would say this one could be like a little nice stuffer. Possibly, somebody could use this one as wrap a piece of bacon around it or whatever, and then stuff it with something, fry it up a little. It's possible. I mean, you even diced up and all that with this one too. It would be a nice little stuffer, but not a good snacking one if somebody wants to snack on a pepper as well. Now, let's see. Yeah, got a couple other thoughts about this one. Plant isn't very large. It was within a couple feet. We had like 2.5 feet tall right now. It's possible. It's with this strain. It's possible these plants do get larger. Um, it just really depends. Um, Now, let's see. Yeah, there's a number of good weighing factors in this one. Uh, so, um, yeah, and the heat and everything on this one, I did, like I said, I was feeling some of my lips. Was feeling it on the tongue and sides of the mouth, but it wasn't anything that was just all trailing everywhere. It was more of a localized mouth burn, which isn't bad. I mean, I'd go for this one any day of the week in regards to that. But like I was saying, it has a really nice sweet fruity flavor in there, which is good. And yeah, if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Like I mentioned, it's cool. Um, let's see. Now, yeah, uh, we got a couple more peppers right here. These ones are off of that other strain that I was showing the other day. But these ones are more, I'm kind of holding those ones off more for personal. Then here's a golden cayenne. So, yeah. Got an itch, my bad. So, all right. Now, let's see here. All right, guys. Let's see. These golden cayennes I've become to appreciate, but I've always appreciated cayennes myself. They're always a nice strain. And then let's see. This one's not ripe, but as you can see, it's turning more of a peach. Um, yeah. Um, I'm debating on whether or not to use this strain for some of my crosses in the future here. Because I always like cayennes, and this one's got because it'd be a good producer, and it has a nice little burn to it. But yeah, so and these ones cayennes are good producers, nice little flavor to them. Right, all right. Uh, my season hasn't been great. I mean, but it's not the worst I've ever had by far. Um, right now, this time of year, a lot of a lot of the plants are potting up. Uh, I mean, with the way things have been going this year, I've been pretty busy with things and all that. Haven't had as much time to focus out there in the garden as I would appreciate because I really do enjoy being out in the garden much as possible. Um, yeah, I've been just going through some things here, trying to get some things right. Um, but um, yeah. So, how's your season been going there, BD? Yeah, just in case, this one's a little ghost pepper. Yeah, and the ghost pepper. Yeah, get a little warm up here. Right, right. You wonder what I was just munching on. It was a peach ghost. Wasn't the largest pot on the plant, but first one starting to ripen up. I know it wasn't fully ripened, but pretty close. Clear the mouth out a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I've been down there, down south there, around that area. It does tend to recede in heat a little bit during the fall season. No, the humidity level stays pretty high since y'all are so surrounded by the water like that. But I know how that goes. Um, it's been pretty humid here too. Um, I know given the areas, the humidity is different. Uh, but the humidity affects it differently in the areas. Though, yeah, yeah, ghost peppers kind of hover around with the heat, but that's what ghost peppers are good for. Um, but yeah, yeah, I know the humidity is one thing down there because it feels like since it's kind of heavy with the humidity. Um, it gets strong with the humidity here too, but the humidity doesn't feel as heavy. Uh, I mean, it does get up there in the percentage in the level of humidity. So, so I'm trying to burp, but yeah. Let's see. But um, yeah. Um, let's see. Just enjoy this little tingle of the burn on the tongue here. Yeah. Feel that heat going. I like that. Um, but um, I do got a few plants here inside. Um, one of the strains is that I'm intending on starting inside is one of these golden cayennes. Um, I got a few strains already going in here, but what I'm intending on doing is getting some more going, and then I know the cayenne's going to be one of them, but we'll use that as one to cross with. Yeah, but now the thing I'm just thinking here. There's a lot of type of things to do with gardening and whatnot too, and that. Um, now, and with this, let's see. Um, I'm trying to think of a new setup to be doing because I really need to adjust that. Um, make it a little more streamlined in there. Um, I do got a few of these containers that could actually convert into what that's what my intention was with them originally, is to use them to do hydroponics in. So um, what I will do is um, get a new way to set up the lights. I'm going to get one more light. The one light I got in there is decent. It's pretty not bad at all. I might get I might get another one. Same one. Um, yeah, I've been doing cracky. Um, for my situation, that seems to do pretty well. Um, I've been using the Arrow Gardens to help with the starting of some of the plants, and I'll just after they get to a certain size, I'll jump them to cracky. First, I'll jump them into a smaller container, let them adjust, get acquainted to cracky, and then I'll transfer to a bigger container. Uh, I usually do that so I know, they're situated first before I just jump them in there. Um, I mean, not every plant does the same. I mean, you can have several of the same strain from the same batch of seeds. Not every plant responds the same. Um, but, keep at them and, do what you gotta do with them. Yeah, shit. Yeah. I do got a cracky method playing outside. In one of my recent YouTube videos, I did a post up of a plant that I do have growing cracky style outside in a 1.3 gallon bucket, or not bucket, container. Uh, yeah, um, that was actually a rather nice one. I think I will. I think I am going to save a number of seeds from that. That one's turned out a little spicier than I anticipated. I wasn't expecting it to be spicy in this form, but it turned out that way. Um, so that is pretty prolific. Uh, I started it in cracky and have had it going that way since. And yeah, I think I'll go that way. Keep that one through its duration outside. Uh, I'm not sure if I really want to just pull it inside because I I don't like I'd rather not pull a plant from inside or outside to inside. Given my situation with the I don't I'd rather not. Um, Not saying I haven't. I'm not saying I never have, but um, I'm not saying I never have brought any plants from outside to inside and back and forth. But in my situation, I think it'd just probably be best that I just let them go through their duration through the season outside, and then go ahead and do what I gotta do. I already got a few plants started. I may as well just keep the ones those ones, and then one of them I might just let it finish it and go outside and do a thing that way. Uh, I mean, I know some of these ones aren't going to have much time, but it is what it is. After I'm sure they're adjusted, I'll just toss them in the ground, put them in the ground, and then let them do whatever they got to do. Um, I know I only got like a couple months left or so. So, yeah, because I want to limit. the amount of plants I'm keeping in uh, for this the colder season. Um, yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm definitely going to do one of these for into my indoor grow setup. Because the way I'm doing it with that, um, I do got a couple plants, a couple of those in mind. If yeah, with those, with two of them or more, depending on which container I use, I'll put like if I'm using the one bigger container, I'll probably try to put 3 or 4 of them in the single container. Uh, Given the size of it, I'm sure I could make 4 plants in there do fairly well. And but I know given them, they'd probably you know re- root up the most of the container pretty good. But I'll just do what I gotta do with it. I'm sure I can manage. Um, if I can make some plants in one of those smaller harvest models last for a number of months, then I'm sure I can easily do it with that because I mean, a larger reservoir, the only main downside to those harvest ones is the small reservoir. So I'm sure I can do it better. And given these plants that I'm going to grow, I mean, if I don't let them get overly large, which probably given the situation, I might have to keep them within a certain height, which that is manageable. I've done it in narrow garden. So um, I'll just do it that way. So because I want to keep it within the grow light, the footprint of the grow light, and yeah, that would be more feasible. Um, yeah, I know I'm doing a little ramble, but I'm just trying to. I'm tinkering around thoughts of what I may or may not do in that regard. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Some of these ones that I have are at least the 5 galloners. So I think some few more a little smaller than that. Um, the ones that I have, the ones with the smaller containers. I mean, yeah. I think a couple of them I have or might be a little over 5 gallons, but um, I was debating on whether or not to use that, But um, yeah, the ones with the black totes with the yellow lids with the little squares on them or whatever and stuff like that. So uh, I have used I have used 4 to 5 gallon totes that were um, at those dollar type stores. Um, a couple years ago, I had some basil in one. Those got actually a rather good size. So it was Thai basil. Um, Basil's really nice uh, for that, and I'm kind of have considering growing more basil indoors. Uh, for the basil does really well in cracky style method. Um, I think the bigger container, ones with the bigger container reservoir areas are much more optimal. Means less refilling, less changing out the nutrients. Uh, so, um, yeah, I agree with you doing those, going to those places, getting those totes. Those places you mentioned are good places to go. There's a number of places that you can get good totes from. Um, it's better to get the totes that you can know are a little more sturdy. I would not suggest getting the cheapest ones you can. I would not suggest that. I mean, especially if you're growing something that's more you need a little more strength for. Uh, the ones where I had those basil in, they weren't the weakest ones, but they weren't the strongest ones either. But they would do given the situation, no problem. Um, yeah. Uh, I am looking forward to how these are going to turn out in the future. Um, these are one of my nice strains. I really like them. Um, yeah, these are one of my good ones. I like this one. I'm going to definitely keep this more for me for the time being. Um, but uh, yeah, I got a little off track of what the one I talked about earlier, early in the video. That was a little pepper burp, but yeah, um, the one that I did early in the video, I'm definitely considering um, seed giveaways for that one. Uh, I just want to save seeds for a couple more pots first. Uh, yeah, so if you're up for trying them out or something, let me know. Um, uh, let me double check on that chat right there. Yeah, heavy duty ones are definitely the way to go. I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, so I mean that way they can last longer. Um, and you get them for quite a longer period of time. Uh, uh, so hmm. Yeah, there's lots of different kinds of containers people can use for it. Uh, I'd say those are good, reliable ones. But so I'm just looking at the chat. But okay, if anybody's seen this, uh, if you guys want to take part in the seed giveaway on these ones, I know I have more seed giveaways to come. Um, I will post it up soon. And like I said, I just want to save more pods or more seeds from this pods. Uh, so yeah, all right. So yeah, so just going to jot some down real quick. Let's see here. New. color on that one. All right. Now, just want to save that one. Let's see. Well, I wouldn't really. I guess it could be in the ornamental animals, but I wouldn't. I guess it could be in almost in that category, but I wouldn't say that's a clear cut yes on that one. So I'll just say in general, it could be one that falls in a multi category one. Um, like it's a yes and not so much. It's like a both. It could be it kind of there, but kind of in other more general life situations. Uh, I mean, like I'm saying, like I'm thinking with this one, giving it with different growing conditions, each plant varies a little bit. Pods are growing very slightly. So, like I was saying, the pod you've seen right now in this video was the first pod, and some of these other pods are slightly different, and and they could have slightly more of a point. So, I mean, there are various versions of ornamentals, yes, but I wouldn't straight up classify this as one. Um, yeah, I'd just say this one could be a multi-category one. Um, yeah, yeah, it could be depending on the plant and the situation. So, um, but um, hmm, yeah, but it is a nice one though. I know you BD, you likely got a lot of strains going on, or a pretty fair amount. I mean, I got more than my fair share of strains going on. Um, I just, I know I still acquire new strains here or there. I did acquire a few new strains this year myself, but I really need to do some more micromanaging on that my behalf in that regard to myself. Um, so, um, I've got more than enough seeds and strains. Got plenty of BT strains and hybrids that I gotta uh, do something about. Um, a number of these I'm definitely wanting getting out to people. Uh, yeah, um, I like to get these out to people and let them try them. People try them, and you know, kind of spread their wings, so to speak. Um, yeah. Um, but so um, if you know anybody that would be interested in trying some of these out, let me know, man. I'll spread this word out on these ones too. But all right. Um, but yeah. So So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and squash out this video. Uh, Going on a little longer than I expected, and it's not uncommon for me to do that. So uh, definitely yeah, it's about that time. It is going on midnight here, so uh, but yeah, like I was saying, if you know anybody that'd like to be getting up on that strain that I showed in the beginning of here, and it's pictures in the community section of my channel. Just posted recently. Yeah. Um, I'll do a giveaway in the rawest form on this one, and so so uh, if y'all want to inquire more about it, hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can get me there. That'll be an easy way to do that, and we can handle the details there. So 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 yeah, but I do got a number of other strains I'm working at getting out there. So if y'all can stay tuned, and you know, we definitely sharing some seeds out. Um, there may be possibly a chance I may be doing a pot giveaway on some of these. Don't It just depends on how the season goes. But all right, guys. But yeah, um, this is that time. All right, guys. Um, yeah, this is definitely one of those things where I just took it a little bit longer on the video than I felt I was going to. But all right, guys. Um, yeah, definitely will check you out in the next video. Please stay tuned for more things to come, guys. All right. All right. See y'all on the next one. All right. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Remember the hashtag keep spicy. Be well, y'all. All right. Till next time. And remember, questions, comments, section below. Please like, subscribe, and don't share. Peace.